I'm actually live streaming from home. Who would have thought that would have happened again, huh, folks? Give me one moment. Let me change into my swim trunks here because I'm going into the fucking pool no matter what. Fuck this hard. Fuck this. Fuck this hard. Fuck this. Fuck this. Well, fuck this hard. What's going on, folks? How you doing? I'm just looking for my watch, which I had, and I put it down, and I don't know what I did with it. Fuck this. Fuck this hard. I can feel that heat coming in through my front door, man. It must be like an oven out there. It's 94 degrees right now, folks. Got to save my electric bill here. Well, look at that. I'm actually live streaming from the captain's chair. How do you like that? That's a change of pace, huh, folks? Oh, boy, do I got a lot to talk about today. I feel refreshed today. I spoke with my mom just now for about a good hour. A whole bunch of my friends are happy that I'm actually going to be going to the pool today. And yes, we are in the United States. Thank God, Ziggy. You said it. Let me just go through the chat here. There's a lot of chats. We are live. You back tomorrow driving her around buying her stuff? I don't think so. This is why I'm live streaming. I just had a big conversation with my mother on the phone. I have, as of this morning, thrown this girl out. I threw her out. I had enough. Yesterday, I drove her home. Oh, not drove her home. Drove her to the fucking shelter. She's trying to tell me how I should talk at home. She's trying to tell me what I should think and say at home. She was putting me down and insulting me after I spent close to, what was it, $62 on gas yesterday. The other day over at Sam's Club, it was like 51 or something like that. So I'm already in the hole by over $100 on fucking gas. I spent all this money on fucking steaks and empanadas and food or platanos and fucking rice and beans and all this kind of shit and cooked her a special meal. Even after the first day she was here, I cooked a giant pot of my infamous ragu spaghetti sauce with chopped meat and mushrooms with linguine. She fucking literally shat in my face. She fucking shat in my face and didn't eat it, so I had to make her something special. And yesterday I made this huge fucking meal. I took out a couple New York strips, cut them down the center lengthwise, and made thin steaks for us. I took the plantains she had and fried them up. I had hash browns that I chopped up, sausage, scrambled eggs with cut up hot dogs. It was a very Hispanic-based dish that I made for us. Oh, she gobbled the shit up out of that. But then she started telling me what the fuck to do in my home. I need a couple of aspirin here, folks. I'm sorry. And I was starting to get angry because I got fucking eBay orders. Here, one of my customers, I don't want to dox this customer. There's really no way to show, I'll turn the shipping label backwards. All right, that's the shipping label. Someone paid for the Chase Dolander autograph from Topps Chrome Black, right? And I do have another order I have to print out. Plus, I did fulfill 2 more orders after I dropped her off yesterday. So these have to go to the post office. I'm not doing it today. Guys, do me a huge favor, by the way. Smash that like button for me, folks. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm not going to show the eBay store or the coffee thing, whatever, because I'm going to focus on this. But if you do want to support the channel, hit that thumbs up button for me. That's the only thing I'm going to ask you fine folks for today. Forget shilling the eBay store. That's not what this live stream is going to be about. I want to focus on the topic at hand. So if you want to help to support the channel that way, I prefer that you do that. That would be a huge help. So smash that like button for me, folks. If you agree with what I'm telling you today, she is out of here. She's got the old 86. I had enough of her fucking bullshit. She has been taking me for a fucking ride, and I've had enough. My own mother said it. All my friends said it. I'm going to be completely honest with you, folks. Last night I had a very severe emotional breakdown. I really did in my car. I want to thank I'm not going to mention my neighbor's name. She walked up to me and she's like, "What happened to all your Trump stickers on your car?" I said, "I had to take them off because I just don't want to be caught up and mixed up with the politics anymore and get into road rage fights with people throwing shit at my car. I don't want the heat. I don't want the trouble. I don't want any of this stuff." So, I took the Trump stickers off, but she's like, "You okay? Because I never seen you like this before." I had a couple White Claws in my car just to kind of like calm myself down. And I was doing that live stream yesterday. And if any of you were watching last night, I was getting hammered with fucking text messages and WhatsApp messages from 2 women now. One that I finally put the fucking hammer down last night. The other one was for the other girl because I filed a claim with my bank that she stole fucking money from me. Even though I was generous enough to give it to her, she blocked me on WhatsApp, blocked me on her phone, and didn't answer. My other friend that I was sitting with called her on his phone, and she all of a sudden answers, pretended like she didn't know what we were talking about, or what she, all that kind of shit, and then blocked him. So I said, fuck that. I filed the claim. The claim went through. I'm still waiting for the money to be deposited back into my account. She messaged me, "What did you do? You told them I'm a fraud and a scam." I said, "Yeah, you are a scammer. You came here for the sole purpose of essentially selling yourself." And I said, to hell with that. Nope. You're not getting away with it. I've had enough with these fucking women. They are con artists. They are frauds. They are leeches. I've had enough. I've had enough. So I filed a claim with my bank saying that she came here hitting me up for money. And I'm not putting up with it no more. I don't want her to have my money. She blocked me on the phone, and they were able to verify all that. Because I think my bank tried to contact her with the information that I had, and they couldn't get through. That she took my fucking money. And that's just the beginning. I cooked all this food for this other woman, thinking that I'm doing the right thing. I'm trying to help somebody who's in trouble. I'm trying to help somebody who made a bad choice, who let a man fucking rough her up a little bit, right? By protecting her, helping her get a fucking food stamp card. And then in my home yesterday, she's trying to tell me what to go do with myself. You should have seen what my kitchen looked like yesterday. I don't mind cooking. I'll never deny another human being food. That, in my opinion, is a sin. I will never deny anyone fucking food. Give me one moment, folks. This is not going to be like it was yesterday. I'm going to focus on this live stream. I just want to send this somewhere. All right, folks, that's it. That's all I had to do. No more switching around. If I get any messages, unless it's my mother or my family, I will not answer them. I need a fucking break. And if you notice that I'm here at home, by now she would have been here in my apartment because she was expecting me to pick her up today. I said nope. I laid down the fucking band hammer on her. I'm like, you came to my home. You haven't offered me a dime for fucking gas. You're telling me how I should talk. You're telling me how I should drive my car. I'm a man. I'm an aggressive driver. I'm not like a psychopath on the road, but I drive like a man, okay? She's trying to tell me how I should speak in my home. I pay the rent. I pay the bills. I run a business out of here. I shop for food. I have decent stuff. You know what I mean? I don't go around fucking showing off and patting myself on the back. At the end of the day, this is a fake Mets jersey for the pool, by the way. I have a fake Yankees one too, just for the pool. But, I don't go around beating people over the head with the things that I have. It may look like I have a lot of money, but I don't. I try not to lord over people in that manner. I'm just as average as the next guy. Listen, when I wake up in the morning, my urine tends to, aim right. You know what I mean? I wake up with snot in my nose. I'm just like the rest of you man monkeys out there. I'm nobody special. I'm not a superhero. I don't conjure lightning from my hands. I don't do any of that stuff. And people seem to get this wrong impression that, that because you got nice things and all that kind of shit that you must be made out of money. Therefore, you have to have a target on your back and become a human vacuum cleaner. Or turn people into a human vacuum cleaner to suck their resources dry from them because you made bad choices. You made bad choices. And I'm constantly having to pay the price for other people's bad choices. Not anymore, motherfucker. And by the way, if I want to say motherfucker under my roof, within my walls that I rent out, I will say motherfucker. Bullshit. I had to steam clean my carpet again. I have to spot clean it because there's still some cheese in my fucking carpet there in my dining room area. The kid gets into everything. Yes, he's a baby and the baby's innocent, and I'm not picking on children here. Okay, but the simple fact of the matter is that this apartment is not made for a child that little. And she already has a child with another man, which after many of you, to your credit, and I will give you credit, many of you who have been my supporters have been saying this. My own mother, who I just got off the phone with, it's approximately 15 minutes into the stream. I just got off the phone with her after talking with her for an hour. My neighbor last night, who saw me like this in my car, like having a fucking panic attack. You guys know I suffer with post-traumatic stress. And when my peak level of stress has crossed the line, I have to isolate myself and go someplace where I know I can calm down and relax and cool off. And I decided I'm going to sit in my car after I drove home yesterday and had a couple White Claws in my car in front of my home. You know what I mean? And just calm down and relax. But I felt like this the whole time. My phone was blowing up with messages. All of you heard that. It's in private now, by the way, that live stream. But anybody that witnessed that last night, you saw it. Message. I couldn't focus. And I finally said, fuck that. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm clearly being used again. And then my mom made a very good point. It was something I didn't consider. Now that I know what she is all about, and she fessed up that she doesn't have her fucking papers. She only told me yesterday she doesn't have fucking papers. My name and my address, thank God, is not attached to fucking anything. But my mom said something this morning that makes perfect sense, and it was something I didn't consider. That I got to be careful that she doesn't fucking try to squat or tries to claim that she's living here with my address. Thank God my name is the sole name on my lease. And I pulled my lease out, a copy of my lease with my name on it, just in case, including my business, my letter of organization, and other important paperwork that's in my name. Nothing here is in her name. I know for a fact she doesn't have my mailing address. Penny, good question. I have no idea. It seems to be a lot. It seems to be a lot at this point. But thank God, I woke up. I woke up after I talked to my neighbor, and she was like, "Go upstairs, kid. Son, you look like you've been through hell. I've never seen you look like this." She asked me what happened to all my Trump stickers on the car. I said, I don't want nothing to do with it anymore. I'm done with all of that stuff. I mean, I'm still a proud conservative, but for my own sake and my own welfare and my own frame of mind, I don't want those stickers on my car anymore because I just don't want extra attention on me. So I just decided to take those stickers off, and I meant it. So I went upstairs. I finished up that last White Claw that I had. I took one of my knockout pills to put me to bed, and I got a good night's sleep last night. You could tell because I'm full. I feel like myself again, full of energy, full of pep. I got me my typical sugar-free Red Bull right here, like always, but I want to go to the pool. I decided, what am I doing? You ever woke up and you take a look around? It's like taking the red pill in the Matrix. You look around and it's like, what the fuck? What's this? What is this? And that's when I finally messaged her, and I had enough. I'm like, you're telling me how to talk in my home. You're ungrateful. I cooked you a big meal the very first night you were here, and you insulted me and said you didn't want to eat it because it's not part of your culture. That should have been a flag. That one passed me. It was like Bill Dunham, what's his name? The guy with the puppets. Meow. It went right over my head. That should have been a sign right there. And then this morning, after I messaged her, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. She said something that reminded me of something that happened in my former home of the fag-loving, communist, fat black DEI, guilty white liberal septum ring wearing city of New York, when all those illegals were put up in hotels in the lower west side of Manhattan, that they were being fed food through the hotel. And all these people were throwing it away because they were like turkey sandwiches or bologna sandwiches with cartons of milk and juice, and they were throwing it away because it wasn't frijoles or pollo or any of that kind of stuff. It wasn't chicken, it wasn't fish, it wasn't rice, it wasn't beans. In other words, it wasn't Spanish food or Hispanic-based food. They should be fucking grateful they get food at all. And that is what I started putting two and two together. And I'm going through my YouTube in my bedroom, right? I'm going through YouTube in my bedroom, on my bedroom TV, and I started looking through old news reports about undercover employees who themselves are naturalized citizens who were born here themselves, and they ratted these people out in the hotels that they were throwing away food because it wasn't their special food. It wasn't their fish. It wasn't fucking empanadas. You know what I mean? It wasn't their food, and they decided to take good food and throw it away. Now, yes, when food comes from the city or state government, it could be gnarly. It's like school food. Even worse, it could be prison food. But it's food nonetheless. But they have to have their special fucking treatment because it's their culture. She said that to me the first day, and I thought, that one stuck in my head. And I put two and two together, and then I listened to my mom. And then a lot of you are what you're saying here. All of you, listen, yeah, Gooey, Penny, all of you are saying the same thing in the chat right now. And I'm like, let me look on YouTube. This sounds so familiar. Where did I hear this from? It was on Fox News that hotel employees were taking undercover camera video on their cell phones in big plastic clear bags of lunch trays with fucking food that they were throwing out. This is a fact. And she said that to me. That should have been clue number one, that she was fucking gaming me. And using me. And then she was clue number two, she's trying to tell me how to operate in my home. How I should talk in my home. I'm going to take my phone out of here for a minute. You guys who are longtime viewers and subscribers, you know how hard I worked to get to this point with my eBay business? It's a fucking mess, my desk is. Yes, it is. You can roast me all you want. It's a work desk. I don't know any work desk that's any neater than this, even though it's a disaster. I worked hard for this, man. It's not much, but it's mine. How does that movie go? What was it, Platoon? I have my rifle. This one is mine. My rifle is my best friend. Without my rifle, I am useless. Something like that. I work hard for this shit. At least I have a ways of making money. She has no pot to piss in. She doesn't have a car. She doesn't... I'm pretty sure now that I know the fucking truth, she probably doesn't have a social security number. I'm the one. Where are they? Here they are on my table. I tried to make her... This is clue number 3. That she has no intention on doing what she said she was going to do. Here's the Walmart application in Spanish. And in English. I spoke to them in Walmart. I'm there every fucking day almost. Buying stuff. You guys know that. If you've been watching this channel, I'm a regular over at that place. They know me by first name by now. Here's the application. She wanted me to help her find her job. Well, here it is. Hasn't touched it yet. Clue number 2. Well, actually, that's number 3. Refusing to eat a home-cooked meal by a guy like myself who knows how to fucking cook, where every other person that's ever ate my food, with the exception of her and my 2 other illegal immigrant fence-jumping fucking tunnel-digging, gamers of our system, have refused to eat my food. Everybody else that I know loves my fucking cooking, except for these 3. Clue number 1. Clue number 2, trying to tell me how I should walk and talk and drive my car, whether or not I should drink beer or not, and any of that kind of stuff. Things I do in my regular life. And not filling out these job applications. That's 3 clues that fucking went over my head. Jump! And then my mom said something to me today. I'm very proud of my mom. She has not been handling the death of my father too well. As of yesterday being his first year anniversary of his passing, I haven't been able to honor his death the way I would like to because of the fucking mayhem that took place yesterday. She didn't even bother to mention my father to me. I told her several times. He died a year ago today. Just to get a reaction. I got nothing out of her. Got nothing. 0. And then she's telling me how to walk and talk, that I shouldn't say this or say that or do this or do that in my own home. I have to make money. All right? I'm on a fixed income. This is my other source of income that I'm allowed to do. And she's robbing me of that. I'm now 5 days... Well, at least now with these 2 eBay orders, the eBay orders I had from those auctions that I set up, and here's the Dolander auto that the customer paid for. I did relist a couple cards today. I'll relist a couple more tonight if I have a chance. But when I woke up this morning, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I woke up this... Well, there you go. See, a USA shit sandwich is better than a Guatemalan soggy sandwich or shit sandwich. Yeah, you're right. They don't care. Yeah, you're right on that one too. All of you have been very, very good in warning me about this. It's because of my bias going through something like this myself. But look at where I'm at. I got a beautiful home. Yeah, the outside world, outside the domain of the borders of my fucking home, I have made the most comfortable life I can. The most easily accessible, stress-free, relaxed environment that a guy like me can ever ask for. And the minute I step beyond my fucking boundaries, that's when the shit starts finding its way into my fucking domain. And it's because of my past experiences being thrown under the fucking bus and treated like a human animal. Especially certain assholes here that are on the internet that will have their day when it comes. It might not be by my hand, but they'll get their day. It always comes true. I took my life back. Because people thrive on watching other people suffer. But yet here I am still. I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still talking. I'm still breathing. I might not be the wild child that I used to be on camera many years ago when I used to do political commentary, But guess what, man? I'm still here. I'm just as fiery as ever. I might not be as animated as I used to be, but I'm not going to change my belief system. Not for anyone, not for any reason. But it's because of what I went through. There was a bias that was clearly there that blinded me to all of this shit. I should have fucking known. And unlike these three women, look at the business I have. Look at the home I have. The collectibles, the baseball cards that I sell, the kind of food I eat. I mean, again, I have a fake Piazza jersey for the sake of going down to the pool because I don't want to ruin the good one that I got, the real one. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? And this is how the fucking world is. And I said enough. I woke up this morning and I had a good talk with my mom. My mom made a very good point that she may be making an attempt to set you up to have her be a squatter in your home. Now, I'm going to have to take some time. Now, I do have an in-house police officer here that I know pretty good. He's a nice guy, nice fella. He's younger than me, but he knows his shit. And if I have to, I'll go knock on his fucking door and say, hey, I might have a squatting situation in progress. I might need your help with this one. But nothing that she has filled out paper-wise is in my name. She hasn't used my home address, at least to my knowledge so far. I don't even think she knows where my home address is. And that's that. Over. Endstand, like they say in German. Endstand, game over. Done. She's out. I can't be making special fucking meals every day because of her selfish, arrogant culture. This is not Ecuador where she comes from. And she finally confessed that to me yesterday too in my car when she was trying to tell me how to drive my vehicle. You don't even have a car. It's like the other asshole behind me here. He thinks he's hot shit because he has an electric scooter. I own a car, motherfucker. I'm kind of the top of the heap. You want to talk about social credit? I'm the fucking king of this hill. Okay? He wants to compare his electric bike to my fucking automobile. Okay, sure, right. Yeah, you're better than I am. Yeah, you're better than I am when you're outdoors all fucking day. When I watch and I sit at this desk, you ride your electric scooter back and forth to the fucking strip mall here 5-6 times a day because you're too fucking poor to afford cases of beer like I do. You drink that bottom of the barrel fucking swill in 40-ounce bottles. Meanwhile, I drink like a fucking gentleman. You know what I mean? And I'm the bad guy? You should have seen Gooey. No, honestly, man, you should have seen the food. If you've been around when I first started this channel, when I had that other girl here, I was making some of the meals I made, guys. I still make great steaks. I will pat myself on the back. I love my cooking. If you don't like your own cooking, nobody else will. You know, I pride myself on my food. I make pastas, steaks, all kinds of fucking bean sauces or rice and all that kind of shit. You know, lasagna and chicken cutlets and everything else. Good, big, fat German dishes like what I cooked here yesterday for all of us. You couldn't even fit the food on the plate. Who's paying for all this? Fucking 4 steaks, 4 strips, New York strips over at fucking Sam's Club now are $30 to $40. In some cases, $50 now. Because of the fucking orange man sitting in the White House with his fucking stupid tariffs. That's one of several things that even though I voted for him, it's one of several things that I don't like that he did. I could prove it right here. A fucking $60 to $70 toy turned out to be $150 just to get it here to the United States. Something I didn't even fucking review on the channel yet, along with the other 30 or 40 things that finally arrived, including something else that arrived yesterday. That they finally reissued these. I was happy. I jumped on it immediately. They sent me an email saying that they actually are releasing another limited run of these. Well, I made these myself. I actually reviewed it a long time ago. I'm a big fan of Red Letter Media. So if you know what these are lightning fast VCR patches. They're photo patches that I made myself for my personal use. I haven't resold these or anything like that because that could be considered copyright infringement. I would need permission from them to resell these. But I made extras just in case the old patches come off or those shirts get damaged. But if you've ever watched Red Letter Media and they do their satirical movie reviews, these are based on older patches they used to use. Well, they did do a limited run of patches years and years and years ago, and I missed out on it. So I finally was, and these were expensive. They were like almost $20 each plus shipping. I was finally able to get the stitched versions of the official fucking patches. Check that out. That's awesome, man. So it took me a couple of years to get my hands on the authentic fucking patches that they actually have, because over the years they've switched between photo patches and stitch patches, and here you go. I finally got 2 authentic patches. Like I said, they were $20 each. So because they are stitched, they're not photo patches like those. And if I have extra money to burn, if they still have them, I might buy another 2 of these just to have them. But you can tell that they are the authentic ones, because the big giveaway here is the window to the VHS cassette. Because if you look at the older patches, now again, these are based on their actual logo. And if you look at close-ups of the patches on their shirts from years ago, you'll actually see the clear window where you could just make out the VHS tape itself through the clear window. And the stitched version of those, the official ones, you could see like the squiggly lines right there. So that's a giveaway that you know that these are the authentic real deal patches. What they wear, I think it's on, yeah, it's on this side here. They wear them on the Dickies shirts, which they wear old school Dickies button-up shirts. And I actually have the brown one and the navy blue one. And I got the hat too, as a matter of fact, that I put one of the patches on. So I'm very happy I got my hands on these. I'm a big fan of Jay and Mike for a long time, and Rich Evans and that whole crew. So I'm very happy. I'm probably never going to apply these patches. These are more for my personal collection than anything. These I can always make at any given time, but again, I can never resell these because that is copyright infringement. I would need permission from them to do that. And if I did try that, it would fuck my business up, and I won't even dare do that. But the company I use is called Patch Collection. And you can make just about any patch that you can imagine. You can make photo patches to your heart's content. They're very good at what they do. So, not sponsored by them or anything, by the way. It's just, these are old. I probably made these about a year, maybe 2 years ago, something like that. So, but yeah, to have the official, like the real deal patches. Oh, I'm so happy I got these. I'm such a fucking fanboy. I'm like geeking out right now looking at these. So, yeah, you're going to see a lot of fakes out there. There are people that still sell fakes because you got a lot of fans out there that were angry that they couldn't get the first run of these when they came out with them years and years and years ago. But that's why I decided as a fan, you know what, I'm going to try my best to kind of replicate what they use and photoshopped these guys and made my own. But to have the stitched authentic versions of their patches, that's so fucking sweet, man. So there's a little activity going on here in the chat. No, I'm not. Yeah, I agree with Penny. I'm not doing that, man. I don't do that kind of shit. I'm not like some other low lives that are out there. I'm not doing that. That I will not do. That's where I draw the line in the sand. That's something I absolutely refuse to do. Man, I got that crack. You know what it is? It's hot outside. I got that air pressure. Oh, somebody bought Kai Bush Team Color. Excuse me, folks. I just noticed now I made a sale again. And this is what? 2025 Topps Series 1 Kai Bush. In insert, so it would have to be in the parallels department, right? Team color Kai Bush. There it is, right there. Boom. So that's my latest sale. I just have to print out the shipping label for that. You know, maybe I should. Let me see. Guys, if the live stream goes down again, like it did yesterday, just be patient. Sometimes what happens is when I switch between apps, there are options on my side of the camera for switching the camera around, microphone, I guess to turn the camera off, special effects, etc. So don't go nowhere. I will be right back. I want to see if I can print out the ship. All right, I'm good. You hear the printer in the background. That's the shipping label for this order. Well, now that I got you fine folks on here, I might as well just process these orders and get it over with, so at least I know it's done, and then I can enjoy what should be, hopefully, a little bit more subdued Friday. Thank you for keeping me company this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I deeply appreciate it. I would normally shill my eBay and coffee link and all that. I'm not going to do that today. I just kind of want to be a little bit more myself here and just relaxed. You know, and again, I appreciate all of you, including my mother. If you're watching this, Mom, thank you for, you know, trying to talk some sense into me. All of you have been trying to talk sense into me. You know, like I said, I've been treated very badly in the past by people who fucking hate my guts and all of this kind of stuff. I pulled a very rare Bowman Bryce Harper Red Mojo out of 5. From, what is it, from this year's Bowman? Because, you know, if it's a later career 5 out of 5 red Bowman Mojo refractor, it may not fetch the prices that you think they're going to get. So that's solely up to you. But right now, from what I've been watching, PSA is completely fucked up. It's 2026, so that's something you would have to decide on your own, because if it's a later year, it just depends on your personal preferences. If it's for your PC, have at it. If you're looking to resell it, this might not be the best time for it, I think, in my opinion, because of what's going on with PSA right now. Apparently, they're so backed up, and there was like a Fanatics lawsuit that took place recently. It's all up to you. It's all in your corner, my friend. That one I can't really... It's a subjective question, in other words. That's something I can't really tell you or give you good advice. Most people would immediately say, yeah, get it graded because you might make money. But keep in mind, there's still the specter of this walkout next year. So, and right now you got the World Cup going on. So that's probably why, even with myself, why my sales have slowed down, because the World Cup has officially began. You might want to hold off for a little bit before you do get them graded. I would say keep it, for me, for the near future, I would say keep it raw for now, if you don't intend on reselling it. If you're looking to make your money back, then on the flip side of the coin, have at it. You know, having those type of cards puts you in a very good position to be able to dictate the course of what those cards are worth, or what you're looking to get at them, because then you could set whatever price you want. But then I learned when it came to the slabs that I sold, you saw the hell I went through. Unless it's a really high demand card, like, you know, obviously I sold off the Griffey, I sold off the Shohei. High demand cards like that, yeah, you'll get your money back for sure. But a Bryce Harper, if it's a late year Bryce Harper, you may want to hold off for a little bit. I think I would get a feel for what his cards are going for in 2026. If there are other red out of 5s in the other card sets to compare it to, I think that's your best bet. Most red out of 5s, late career, especially for guys like Bryce Harper, he is a fan favorite. Not sure what his WAR and OPS is, to be honest with you, but I would just key into eBay's search results. Look up 2026 Bryce Harper red/5, and then you can get an idea of what his current cards are going for, and then you can price match it that way. As far as raw cards are concerned, you'll probably come across a bunch of graded stuff too in your search. I wouldn't be surprised because that does happen. But for right now, I think you might want to hold on to it, because if you send it out now and all this stuff is going on with PSA and BGS, you might be waiting all summer for. You might be sitting around waiting all summer for your cards to arrive. Because what I've been watching from all the usual talking heads, like Neo Cards and Comics and Spitballing Cards and all them guys, I've really got the feeling that anybody that sent cards to PSA, you're going to be waiting a long time. So if you can get your money, get it now while you can. If you're going to get your money now while the getting's good. I would say find a card that's comparable. Find a card that's comparable to it. Lower your, say, like if you find a Bryce Harper red out of 5, all right. No, I'm not talking about a standard refractor like a red refractor. Find a Mojo or something equivalent to it, or even if you find like an out of 10 and an out of 25. Or 1 of 1 superfractor, base your price off of that, and then knock like 5% off of it. And you should be guaranteed to sell that card. Because usually with base cards, I knock 10% off the listing price when I have enough watchers. And those cards usually do sell very quickly. I just listed a second Shohei Ohtani insert over at my eBay store today, as a matter of fact, because one of them sold. So I still have the other one to sell yet. But if you're able to get your money out of it raw, I would suggest you do it, because if you try to send it into PSA now, you're probably not going to get it back for like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, who knows, with the things that's going on right now with them. So if you're one of the 2 customers that ordered cards off of me or paid for your cards today, your cards are... I don't want to say it just yet. Not until I get these 2 labels on there. There it is. And here's number 2. Your cards are officially processed. So here are my latest orders that got to go out. 2 autos and 2 whatever cards these were. I forgot. And I want to say I appreciate the customer who messaged me. I get no indication that this particular customer is trying to pull a fast one on me. Their Aaron Judge Topps Chrome 2023 Mitchell & Ness card it says it was delivered, but the customer is insisting that it wasn't delivered, even though it shows it was. And I looked at this person's account, and they have a perfect feedback rating. So I don't get the sense that they're trying to rip me off on this one. So I sent them a brand new one free of charge, and they did respond. So that's already out the door. If you're that particular customer, yeah. If you have, let's just say if you're like myself and you're a top-rated eBayer, I would sell them. Just unless you want to keep them for your PC, I'd sell them off. Now's the time to do it. Now is the time to do it, because if the season ends, I mean, we're creeping up on the All-Star break soon. And usually after the All-Star break, that's where you start to see who's going where as far as the postseason is concerned. The Yankees are how many games above 500 at this point? They're definitely postseason contenders unless they fuck up. On the flip side of the coin, the Mets... I don't think so. Unless they start winning and winning in big ways, man, I don't think they're going to make it to the postseason. Maybe as a wild card, but Yankees, the usual contenders right now look like they're on course for postseason, but it's still too early to tell yet. So, and there's no Aaron Judge. My sneaking suspicion to sell off that Aaron Judge Bowman Chrome refractor was correct yet again. It was correct. And now he's injured with a mystery rib injury because he crashed into I think it was because he crashed into a wall trying to field a ball during the game a little while back. It was the same reason why I sold off all of those graded slabs that I had, because I knew, like with Anthony Volpe, I mean, he's playing again, but he's still not where he should be. So I'm happy I sold off all of those slabs like I did. I had a feeling to get rid of them, and I think I made the good choice to do so. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, 99? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll just give you a very brief, oh man, I'm brain farting here, guys. I'm paying attention to you, the rest of the chat, and telling the story. So really quick recap. Yay, I got the English out of my mouth. So the girl I had here that I was trying to help, my friend, who we will probably no longer be friends anymore after today, I finally decided to kick her out. I had to. I got no choice. She has been now trying to infringe her will on me. And I've had enough. It's now interfering with my business. Thank God I had customers that ordered cards off me, because now I have to somehow make all that money back. I've spent on gas alone, I've got to be at least around $200 spending gas going back and forth to the shelter for her. She hasn't offered me a dime for gas. With all the fucking steaks and empanadas and fucking canned refried beans, which I like, fucking rice and everything else I bought for this woman. Oh, that's the whatchamacallit, the condensate line from my central air. I'm wondering what all that dripping is. Anyway, she's starting to hunker down, and I had to put a stop to it. Last night she was insulting me, trying to tell me how I should walk and talk and what I should eat and how I should drive my car. Ah, man, I don't know if you heard that, pop, pop. But yeah, she's been trying to infringe her will on me and telling me how I should talk and all of this stuff. You know, her son's been destroying my apartment, you know, pulling the fucking game systems out from underneath my TV. You know, he's been attacking my collector's shelves here with all my action figures on it. You know, I've had to stop running my business, essentially. Yesterday, I put my foot down. I said, fuck that. I built a barricade out of pillows for my bedroom so I can sit here at my desk. And if you saw the YouTube short I made yesterday, you know, I had a lot of orders I had to get out. I'm falling behind. And thank God, you know, my customers paid for these orders today that I can get these out to them in kind. And she's been hunkering down more and more and more and more. And then her ungrateful nature started to show. And she's telling me how I should talk in my home, what I should do, how I should drive, how I shouldn't drive. I said, fuck that. That's why you see me doing this live stream at home again, like it should. She was messaging me all this morning. I told her, I'm not picking you up today. I need a break. I'm falling behind with my YouTube reviews. Look at this. You guys, I've showed this on camera already. I'll show you again. I got nothing to hide. You guys know me. I believe in transparency. This is just a small sample. This is still not everything that I need to review on the channel. And there's still more stuff coming. I ordered for More Than Meets the Eye, Studio Series, Starscream, Skywarp. Krenix is in transit currently. It might even be here today, if I'm not mistaken. I got to look at the itinerary. But I got Krenix coming. You just saw the Red Letter Media patches I got that I ordered 4 weeks ago. They actually reissued. They actually reissued the patches that Mike and Jay are currently using on their Dickies shirts. Whereas I made my own years ago, photo patches based on the older patches that they used, past tense. So these are the ones that I personally made for my personal use. But the official ones are these. It took me years to get my hands on these, and I finally got them. That they did another run, so. And I haven't had time. And then she's trying to tell me what to do in my home. I helped her get fucking food stamps. The only reason why they let her jump the line is because of me. I showed my 9/11 World Trade Center credentials and my driver's license to verify that I am who I say I am. And they went through the process to vet me. And they did. And they saw I am who I say I am. And they helped her jump the line because I helped intervene on her behalf. Because we weren't supposed to be there on Monday morning. We were supposed to be there Tuesday morning. And I put my name on the fucking line for her when it came to that. And now the fucking truth blew up in my face that, of course, like always, she's one of those, didn't tell me, lied to me after all this fucking time. And now that the cat's out of the bag, I can't have that. I cannot have anyone like that associated with me. The fucking job applications. I talked to my friend over at Walmart. Here's the job application in Spanish for Walmart. Here's the one in English for Walmart. She never filled it out. Yeah, I did yesterday, and I told her again today. And then she gave me a whole song and dance. I have her fucking clothes hanging up outside right there, and I have her fucking suitcase packed and ready to go. Bye-bye, Auf Wiedersehen. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I've cooked for this woman. I bought her special food. And another quick recap here. The first night she was here, I made a gigantic pot of my fucking linguine with tomato sauce, with the ragu sauce that I gin up a little bit with meat sauce. Or I gin up with chopped meat, I should say. Excuse me. I turned it into a meat sauce with big chunks of mushrooms and seasonings and spices and all that kind of stuff. And she refused to eat it and this is one of the clues I should have fucking realized. That she didn't want to eat my food because it's not part of her culture, that she doesn't like spaghetti. I'm like, what the fuck? Really? And I went out and I got her special fucking food. And now I've been having to be forced to make special dishes just for her because she refuses to eat American food. Well, I can say that blatantly now. And then this morning when I woke up and after talking with my mother on the phone, something hit me like this. I'm like, I put two and two together. I'm like, where did I hear? I heard something like this before happening. Where the fuck was it? And then as I talked to my mother, I'm like, you know what? I just figured it out. Up in New York, Mayor Adams and all these left-wing socialists, fat DEI, black, guilty white liberals with the septum rings in their nose that duct tape their wee-wees to the sides of their legs wearing dresses, and they expect us to call them men when they clearly have beards and mustaches and Adam's apples, where it's a COVID concentration camp. We're putting up these illegals in fucking hotels in New York. And even those who are naturalized immigrants that went through the system that are citizens of this country, and I don't fault them because they did what my ancestors did when they came here from Germany. They assimilated, assholes. They became naturalized. They gave up their culture. They gave up their language. If it wasn't for my ancestors, I might still be speaking German to this day. But we are American, period. But with that being said, they don't want to assimilate. They want to turn this country into their country, minus the drug trafficking, the rape gangs, the cartels, the fentanyl use, the kidnappings, the beheadings, the hangings, all that kind of shit. It's absolutely absurd and ridiculous. And it's not fair to us. I gave up. My family gave up German. They gave up the language. I might still celebrate Oktoberfest. I still don't have my Mjolnir yet. I'm probably going to have to get a brand new one. I've given up hope and trying to get that thing back. But with that being said, there were hotel employees who were either born here in this country, who are Hispanic, or were naturalized citizens, or in the process who are working here legally, who took undercover camera or undercover footage on camera of big clear plastic bags with fucking food trays of disposed food because these fuckers said, I'm not going to eat your peanut butter sandwiches. I'm not going to eat your bologna sandwiches. I'm not going to drink your milk or orange juice. Yeah, the food, state and city food is shit. It's sandwiched between school food and prison food. Yes, I'll give it to them that the food could be fucking gross. Yes, it's technically just a bunch of carbohydrates in disguise. It's junk. Yes, I'll even say it. But still, if you don't have anything, what gives you the fucking right to command and demand things? You're lucky you even got that at the taxpayer's expense. And then I remembered that when this woman said this to me. And again, I'm trying not to say her name. What the fuck? And it's been like this every night. I can't keep cooking fucking steak. You know what steaks cost? I don't mind cooking up a steak once in a while, but I can't keep buying fucking $40, $50 worth of fucking steaks every day just to have a special meal for her. Because she refuses to eat hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, you know, easy dishes, pastas, mac and cheese, like easy shit. I don't eat a lot of carbohydrates. I eat a lot of low carb stuff. Whole wheat bread, whole wheat bagels, low fat cream cheese, you know, things like that. You guys always see me eating those bags of the Quaker Oats, the cheese snacks, the rice snacks that are low carb. You know, I'll eat every so often. I'll snack on like teriyaki beef jerky and stuff like that. I drink low sugar or no sugar drinks, the Red Bulls. You guys know that. But everything has to be fucking special. She has to have special coffee, special this. I can't do it. It's either everybody eats one thing or nobody eats anything. And that was clue number one that went right over my head. And I didn't even consider it because of my bias of being homeless myself at one point in my life. And now look at me. It hasn't been an easy ride. But I got a roof over my head. I've tried to make the best choices I can. Even though people want to continuously come after me, I'm still here. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to buy my collectibles. I'm still going to sell my bubblegum cards. And still make good money doing it. I'll buy my toys. I'll buy my jerseys. I'll buy my sneakers. I'll buy my hats. Go fuck yourself if you don't like it. Tough shit. But I'm sick and tired of picking up the fucking slack for the low-life, greasy, slimy fucking people. I've had arguments here where I live because I'm tired of these fucking low-life good-for-nothings coming knocking on my door, begging for loose change and food. I'm not a fucking charity ward. I'm not a church parish. I've had enough. There's a fucking brand new sign on my door that I put up there. Even one of my friends that came over the other day when we were sitting down having beer on my patio, which I haven't done in a long time, said, "What's that?" I said, "Dude, you haven't been over here in a while. You don't know what this side of the property is like." And I put my foot down. I had enough. I had enough of the bullshit. I'm tired of being surrounded by low IQ, primitive primate type fucking people that see the target on my back and they want to aim right for the fucking bullseye. And I've had enough. I've had to put a shield around me. And then this morning when I woke up and I put two and two together, I'm like, what am I doing? All the petty cash I had is almost gone just by paying for gas alone. This is the most I've ever driven my car since I fixed that fucker. And immediately once I fixed the car to certain people around here, low-life dirtbag alcoholics that wake up 7 o'clock in the morning with their fucking bikes going to buy their fucking 40-ounce bottles of swill from the cigarette shop that's over here, want me to fucking drive them all over the place. Fuck them. The answer is no. And it's been like that. I've had to put my foot down more and more and more these days. I can't bring beer to the fucking pool because then the fucking dirtbag low-life beggars that are on this property will go in there because they got a free ride because the pool's included with the rent. And they'll see me enjoying myself. I got my little Bluetooth stereo and I'm out there wearing my fake Mike Piazza jersey, by the way. And then they'll fucking start begging me for beer. I can't even bring beer to the pool. I don't even want to go to the pool no more. I want to go there today because I need some fucking space. I need a break. The only reason I'm doing this live stream is for you folks because you guys have supported me so well. You guys have been so awesome to me and so awesome to each other. And there are parts of the things you guys have posted the past couple of days I kind of let go in one ear and out the other, and it's my fault. I own that. You guys know I'm not an apologist. In this case, I do apologize. I'm not even going to respond to that. It's very easy to block. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I really don't know. Not sure. What are these messages now? Is this her? Give me 1 second, folks. Well, you see, it's like the person that I just blocked right there. They wish they had my money. They wish they had my clothes. They wish they can afford to buy $300 sneakers like this times 15. They wish that they can afford. Let me just rub it in their face, guys. It's face rubbing time. Boy, they wish they had all the money like I have to afford all these collectibles, some of which are $60, $70, $80, $100. Look at all them collectibles up there. Some of them go for $30, some go for $130. Just like those model buses down there that if you look on eBay, they can sell from anywhere between $200 to $500 each. Boy, man, what junior high school money I have. You know, especially when I'm selling baseball cards. I got a big TV, you know, all these game systems. Oh, look, more expensive sneakers. Boy, junior high school? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's talk about junior high school. Let's talk about junior high school. Look at all these jerseys. Wow, look at my junior high school income. What's this? $200 to $300 pairs of sneakers times how many? Boy, oh boy, what junior high school income I have. Look at those hats up there. $40 to $50 each times how many? Wow, junior high school income. Look at that. Boy, oh boy, I'm so poor. Mark Davis, take your penis out of your mother's filthy, dirty asshole. Because you're probably one of those from that crew. Epic fail. God, my junior high school income. Oh, my junior high school income. Boy, it's so difficult for me. What is this, folks? Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. This woman's fucking... Should I even bother? I'm not going to bother. It's her. I'm not going to answer. She wants her clothes. She's going to have to come and get them. I'm not answering. Because what's going to end up happening is if I post anything, if I respond to her texts, everything I say, I have this funny feeling she may try to misrepresent what they call misinformation. And I'm not going to grant her the opportunity to have me respond and then have my words twisted and misrepresented in a way that's going to make me look guilty. Not going to happen. So, yes, it is. Ding, ding, ding. Bingo. That's exactly it. This world is filled with a bunch of fucking two-faced hypocrite narcissists. And she's one of them. I should have seen this coming. My mother even said it too. My mother said it also. That this woman is setting me up for failure. And I didn't listen. And I'm not going to have her try to fucking manipulate this situation to have me look like a bad guy because she made bad choices in her life to have a child with a violent individual like the husband or ex-husband or whatever the fuck he is. Quite frankly, I really don't care. You got to see the things that she's posting here on WhatsApp that I see flying across my screen here. I'm not going to respond because she's trying to get a reaction out of me and I'm not going to allow her to do it. But thank you, folks. Many of you, and again, I'm not an apologist, but in this case, the apology goes out to all of you. I should have, in hindsight, listened. I mean, I did listen to a point, but it's because of my bias with situations like this that I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment, and now this is the result of it. Right now, once I'm done with this live stream, You know, these customers' orders are processed. I can get them out tomorrow. I'm in no rush. I think I have until Tuesday to get these orders out. I have to look at the itineraries on eBay. But at least the orders are processed. Depending on how the day goes today, I'll try to list some more cards. We'll see how it goes. By the way, if you're a sneakerhead, these lint shavers are fucking awesome. Yeah, I am. You know why? Because at least I get women to play with whips and chains. You don't. People like you never do. At least I have women to complain about. That's the thing about a lot of these guys that's funny. Like, they're ashamed of their wives and their girlfriends. And then they attack me. But then meanwhile, I still get women at the end of the day. And that's what counts, right, folks? Right or wrong? At least I have women to play with. You don't. The closest thing that some of these people ever get to women is staring at a fashion magazine while online at a Walmart while they're shopping for cheap shit. The closest thing that they have to a woman is what they see on TV. At least I get women. You don't. Jealous much? Of course. No, I'm not going to do that. You want to know why I'm not going to do that? Because I have a very bad feeling. My mom really said this quite well and very logical. That she might be trying to, set me up for failure. That it may be best just to let her fucking rant all she wants. Let her fucking complain all she wants. Not to respond to her, because that's probably what she's looking for. She wants me to say something bad or do something off kilter and then try to get me into trouble. And I'm not going to give her that opportunity to do that. Sometimes silence is the best weapon. Well, see, that's the thing. If she did that, I'll just refer them to this live stream. I'm here at home, talking about the pool, talking about collectibles, talking about this situation. What's up, Blues? How you doing? Nothing much, really, to be honest with you. Probably nothing worth talking about at this point. Just a quick recap about this current situation. This girl that I thought I was trying to help apparently was not being straightforward with me. And she really tried her best to infringe herself upon me, showing how ungrateful she really is to have a person like me in her life. And I ended up throwing her out. That's why I didn't pick her up today. She's still at the shelter. Well, according to these messages, apparently she's with a friend now. I don't know if I want to trust anything that she says at this point. And I'm not going to respond to her messages because I have a feeling she's going to try to warp my words and twist my words. So I'm not going to grant her the opportunity. I did capture a lot of the conversations we had just in case. But I'm refusing to take her into my home anymore because, she's been trying to tell me how to walk, how to talk. She's refused the food that I've cooked for her. She has to have the special diet. I referred everybody to the instances where hotel employees in New York were taking undercover video of these illegals that Eric Adams was putting into hotels, and they were taking hotel food and free. In other words, food at the expense of the taxpayer. They were taking this food and dumping it because it's not rice, beans, chicken, fish, empanadas, chicharrones, or pork rinds or whatever the fuck that they have to have their special fucking food. They have to be bowed down and catered to. You're lucky you even got that. And I didn't think about that the first night she was here because I made a big pot of linguine with fucking meat sauce and mushrooms and seasonings and Parmesan cheese. If that were anybody else, man, people would be feasting on it. But no, she literally told me in her culture they don't eat that. That would have been the first fucking thing, the first key off. That I should have known that after all this time of knowing this woman, that she was never honest with me. She wasn't being honest with me then, and now I caught her now. No, I brought her to the shelter. It's a Salvation Army shelter. It's a woman's shelter. It's specifically meant for women. And if you've watched my previous live streams where I have the camera pointed outside my window, my car window or the windshield, you'll see all the tents and you'll see the facility itself. It's a fucking dump. Go back to any of my other live streams when I'm coming back from places like that or going to pick her up and you'll see the facility. There's a tent city outside. No, I watched her go in. She did go inside. She has been staying in there. It is real. It is a real facility. She's really staying in a shelter. But my mother said it. You guys have been saying it, but my mother said it even more clearly. Why some of her stuff is outside my door right now hanging up, because I have a feeling, and if my mom sometimes does have moments of wisdom. That makes sense. She may not be as clairvoyant as my father was when he was alive with things like this, because my father was very good at pointing out. My dad was like a violent version of George Carlin. He understood human nature quite well. So my dad had a certain nuance about it when he was able to see through people. George Carlin saw through people. I see through a lot of people's bullshit. That's why I'm not afraid to speak my mind, because at the end of the day, we're still turd-flinging monkeys that pick our noses and smell our own farts. And my mom said it as clear as day that she might be trying to set you up to be a squatter in your home. So, well, if that happens, that's going to give me carte blanche. I've already got my lease set up there with my name on it. I have all of my credentials all set up with my name on it, with my own signature on it. We'll see what happens. But today, once I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to call my friend. I'm loading up. I can't load up my cooler, but I have an alternative to what I can have in my cooler. I'm going to go sit by the pool. I'm going to bring my pink sippy cup with my special sauce in it, because I don't want my fucking beer being rummaged, or my cooler being rummaged through when I can't have that cooler with me. If I bring that cooler, the fucking have-nots are going to want to stick their hands in it, and I'm tired of fucking paying for everybody. How's my car feeling? Yeah, let's change gears here a little bit, folks. I'm tired of talking about this. The car's doing well, surprisingly. But yet again, I got thrown back several weeks because of all the money I've been spending on this girl to fucking feed her and her son. But the car is running smooth, which is good. The air conditioner, once the thermostat on the outside reaches like 90 degrees, this car struggles a little bit to cool itself off on the inside. But otherwise, yeah, it starts nice. It stops nicely. I'm probably going to have to spray some... I'm going to have to spray some brake cleaner on the rear passenger side. It's getting a little dirty. I can hear it because it's squeaking a little bit. So I'm going to have to throw some brake cleaner on there. I might even have to pop the tire and just get on there with a wire brush and give it a good scrubbing with some WD-40 and all that. But I don't think it's come to that just yet. But it's running well. The only thing I can't do with the car is get the sunroof to open. If I open it, it's not going to close proper. On this side, on the driver's side front, there's a rail, and there's a set of guide wheels. There's two on each side, and there's like a hump that broke. It's a piece of plastic. And what happened is it got caught in a gear somewhere, and I don't know how to access it, and I'm not going to try. So once it clears this hump, it stays up, and it shuts like this on an angle. So I literally have to get on there as the window closes and literally step on the thing so that it locks down, which means I can't open it. Yeah, I have a guy on South Boulevard that I always go to. He's pretty good with me because we have mutual friends that live here on this property. So he's always very good. Usually I throw his guys a case of Corona, you know what I mean, to soften the blow a little bit, you know. But he doesn't charge me an arm or a leg. I mean, I've what he will do, like if I need parts for the car, he'll order them himself. But the price goes up. I rather, you know, if I get the parts, like I have the dual fan for the air compressor for my car that cools down the compressor after the car gets shut down. So I've got the OEM one. I think I've showed that on camera. That the one that was installed in my car previously does not match the make and model. So they fucking did a Rube Goldberg on that. That's probably why the electrical system went haywire. So I have the OEM one, but you got to pull all of the hoses and you got to pull the filters out. That's just beyond my skill level to do that. I'm not messing with that. Plus, I got the new ABS pump, brand new inside my car. I did change the airbag. I did change the control modules, but I still have. Oh man, let me tell you, if you've heard the inside of my car, you hear how she runs. It sounds like the fucking Constitution class USS Enterprise, William Shatner's Enterprise. She goes. You hear how she accelerates. That's how she's supposed to sound. You know what I mean? Double tap the screen, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I got a bunch of the good stuff in my freezer there, but I can't bring it to the pool because I can't trust the fucking have-nots. They see me with that cooler. They think it's open season. Oh, you people. This is you ever watch Gregory House MD when he has those epiphanies? I just got an epiphany. I dug this up yesterday. Why can't I do this? This is I forgot, I found this outside because the birds are building a nest inside of it. This is one of those insulated bags that you get at the supermarkets and stuff. I think I got this one. Where did I get this one? Snake River Farms. Where did I get this from? I forgot. But this has been sitting outside since Christmas. You know, everybody says that. You know what's funny? I had some of the young kids here thought I was a monster truck driver or a race car driver. I've always gotten comparisons, as far as the look-alike thing is concerned. I've had people say I look like Michael Schumacher, and I'm saying that in a German proper. Michael Schumacher or Michael Schumacher. I've gotten angry video game nerd James Rolfe. I've gotten Jurgen Klopp, who is the coach of Borussia Dortmund and Liverpool. Look at that. There's my new cooler. You guys are awesome. This is why I love talking to you folks here and live streaming. You guys and gals just gave me an epiphany. That is going to be my new beer cooler from now on. Look at that. Right inside my Adidas retro backpack. Boom. Now I can bring my beer to the pool. The Prius. Oh, jeez. Now I got me my, and I don't have to bring ice because I know that this bag holds the cold air quite well. It's good. That bag is great for meat. Thank you guys for giving me that idea. Let me use the restroom. I'll be right back. Thank you, folks. You guys gave me a fantastic idea. Shit, I forgot about the dishwasher. Now I don't have to bring my sippy cup. I just discovered something very ironic when she was here. When she was making her instant Colombian coffee. What do you see? Let me change the camera. You'll understand what this is. You'll understand what that is. Come on. Oh, you know, it's so bright outside, you might not be able to see it. Kind of fits the bill, doesn't it? I forgot I have a collection of banned things. Like Aunt Jemima fucking, whatchamacallit there, the syrup, and Uncle Ben's rice and all that kind of shit. I have that all behind the scenes. I forgot I even had that. Oops. I should start getting ready to go to the pool. I'm going to take one of these. That was a great idea, folks. That was a wonderfully fantastic idea that you gave me. Just looking, something's missing. Oh, it's right there, never mind. Gotta have the Bluetooth radio, of course, because I know if I don't bring my radio, I don't want to hear that fucking yo, bitch, fuck, yo, bitch, fuck, yo, bitch, ho, and the buffaloes roam. Yo, bitch, ho, yo, buffalo, roam. Excuse me. I really don't know. Yo, where the buffaloes roam. Yo, bro, yo. Yo, bubba dubba lubba rubba do, bro. Hoopa hoppa lappa lappa kappa rappa pa. That's let me go back here a little bit. Worshipping the sun, didn't take it. Nah, she didn't take any keys. Come on, guys, take it easy in the chat, man. We're all here to have a good time. You know what I mean? We're all here to have a good time. Let's not fuck it all up, guys. Come on, man. When's the new album dropping? Well, I'm having a bit of an issue with the producer. He thinks it sounds too much like English, so I have to put a little bit more mumble-bumble in it. Or robotic sounds. Hey, yo, I am down with the crew. Oh, and also it has to have that weird R&B shit. I love you. You're my woman, my pussy bitch. Damn it. Oh, I'm forgetting something. I must have the koozie. If I don't have my koozie, that's another thing I need for the pool. That goes here. I'm going to bring some aspirin too, because sitting out in that sun does tend to give me a little bit of a headache. And I got my charging cable for my phone through the battery for the radio. I got the keys. Forgetting something. Sunglasses is easy. I got that right there. What am I forgetting? Got the pool pass thingy around my wrist. Eyeglass case for the reading glasses. Got the towel.
Well, never forget to never leave your home without a towel. Life is always easier when you have a towel. Boy, I just want to get high. Never forget to leave your home without a towel.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've had my fun for. Oh, there's the aspirin right in front of my face, just in case. So like I said, it does tend to get real hot out there. So I got me my fucking cooler in disguise here. That's going to be a big help because I don't need the fucking have-nots there. Once they start showing up, it's pretty much game over at that point. I got the radio. Now I can just load this up with my favorite goods, and I don't have to worry. Got my cooler in disguise. That was a fucking great idea. Guys, don't fight in the chat, man. We're all here for the same reason. Let's just have a good time, man. It's Friday. You know what I mean? I need a break. I'm going to pound down a couple. I want to relax, stretch out my legs, stretch out my arms, mingle a little bit with with my fellow neighbors out there. I'm going to text my friend, see if she's hanging out there with her granddaughter. I'll text my other friend, see if my little buddy Jackson wants to go swim in the pool. See how this all works out today. Guys, again, thank you so much for supporting the channel and myself and all of this shit that's gone on. I need a break. We'll see what happens later. God bless you all, everybody. Thank you all across the board. Time to get my feet wet. Peace.